Welcome back. It is Political Thursday. You are watching Choice 2017 with me, Akisa Wandera. Kakamega County is our main focus at this hour. In studio, I am with Cleo Malala Maniakalo, MCA, vying to be the next senator for Kakamega County. Stanley Livondo is also vying for Jubilee. We will be joining him on phone later on. And remember, Seth Panyako is also vying via the ODM ticket. If you have any questions for me to pose them to Cleo Malala, kindly tweet me or at KTN News at Akisa Wandera. I will be asking him. But if you are a resident of Kakamega, you can call in on the numbers on your screens on some of the concerns you have or what you would want the next senator of Kakamega County to do for you. The numbers will be on your screen. The numbers are currently on your screen, so you can call in and engage with us. Tell us what you expect from Kakamega County after the August 8th polls. Many thanks for joining us. This is Choice 2017. All right, so we have gone through what you say is your track record, what you say is the county government's track record, what you say is Senator Boni Halwale's track record. Let's get into the politics. You got into the MCA seat via the ODM ticket. Why did you decamp?
First of all, I wish to take this earliest opportunity to thank the ODM fraternity, because ODM offered a foundation for me in my political life. But as Saj once said, there comes a time when a puppy stops suckling, sharpens its claws, and go hunting for itself. You understand the political scenario of Kenya, whereby, first of all, you must strengthen your home base. When you look at the political setup of Kenya, every community has a leader. When you go to Kambani, their leader is Kalonzo Musyoka. When you go to Kikuyu, their leader is Uhuru Kenyatta. When you go to Rift Valley, their leader is William Ruto. When you go to Luoland, their leader is Raila Odinga. And therefore, as a community, we thought it wise. We must have one leader who represents the community of Luya. And that was Musalia Mudavadi. On 31st December last year, we all crowned Musalia as the leader of the Luya community. And therefore, I thought, for us to actualize the support of Musalia Mudavadi, we need to go to his party and strengthen his party. That was my motivation of migrating from ODM to ANC. No hard feelings about ODM. ODM has nurtured me as a leader, and I owe much to ODM. Yeah.
All right, let's listen to one of the callers, Justice Onyango, calling us in from Mombasa County. Justice, a very good evening to you. Talk to us.
How are you?
I'm very fine. Talk to us, Justice.
I'm okay. I'm calling from Mombasa.
Yes.
But I come from that county of Kakamega.
Justice, kindly reduce the volume of your TV so that we can be able to communicate.
Now,
yes.
I wanted to ask a question to one of the aspirants who is there.
Yes.
You know, it is a political time right now, and everybody is campaigning to see what they can have on the vote.
Yes.
You see, Kakamega County, we have had the last 4 years with Boni Halwale. And what we have seen is sort of pandemonium a fight between Halwale and the current governor, the incumbent one.
Yes.
We have not seen any tangible aim that has all about talking about that the current governor should appear before the committee. So, Mr. Cleophas Malala, whoever is speaking there,
yes,
can you please tell us one of the things that is expected to do in a period of 2 years so that we can transform Kakamega County to become one of the best counties, as we have seen among other senators putting the governors on the spot? Because you see, Madam,
yes,
the idea is not somebody waking up today and saying, I should now become the senator because so-and-so has failed.
Yes.
We should be able to see somebody who can correct the failures of the other, then bring it and help Kakamega County to move forward as a team.
All right, Justice, thank you very much for that. I believe you've heard what he says, that we have witnessed a tug of war between the senator and the governor almost all the 4 years. What time did we have for him to work? I will be letting you answer that in a bit, but let's hear from Gabriel Chitinda, who is now speaking to us live from Huisero. Gabriel, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
I would like to inform Mr. Malala.
Yes.
To make a visit to Huisero sub-county.
Pardon?
to make a visit to Visero sub-county.
Yes, yes.
We are willing to support.
All right. He's just asking you to make a visit to Visero sub-county. They're ready to support you. So back to the question that Justice asked. How are you going to create to correct the failures of your predecessor, Boni Halwale? And are we going to see a cohesive relationship between you, if you're elected, and the next governor, whichever it will be?
Yeah. Wandera, I think the current Senate, or just the dissolved Senate, did not interpret the role of the Senate well. The Senate relegated itself into a witch hunt house. I think, as a senator, the core role of oversight is vested in the respective county assemblies. The Senate is supposed to represent the counties at that level to ensure that enough monies are being pushed to the counties, and therefore the Senate is supposed to complement with the governors. Though the issue of accountability cannot be wished away, as a senator, I would still insist on the accountability of the governor, who will be the governor in Kakamega County. I will still insist that accountability must be adhered to in that political setup. So it is not a matter of opposing the governor. The governors must also understand that they are using public funds and they must be accountable. So it's not a matter of when you correct the governor, you are opposing the governor in his personal capacity.
All right, let's listen to another caller. Ernest Odhiambo joining us from Nairobi. Ernest, good evening.
Good evening, Akisa.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity. Greet the Mheshimiwa as well. I just wanted to make a comment. I appreciate he's a young guy trying to become a senator. That's a good thing for the country. But I'm not very impressed by his reason for opposing the governor. Well, he has said he's not really opposing him, but he is anyway. And he said it's because of issues of contracts. Mheshimiwa there might not know, but I actually know him. He was a toddler when I saw him. I know his dad. I lived in Kakamega. His dad and my dad were friends.
Okay.
So I know the issue of contracts because I know his family did business because of contracts.
Yes.
So I just want to hope he's not trying to, he doesn't have a personal interest. Maybe he didn't get, his family didn't get some contracts, so now he's a bit upset. Otherwise, I'm glad a young guy like him is trying to become a senator. But I think he should actually expose the issues why he thinks the county government has failed. Contracts, that won't fly.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ernest. I will let you respond to that, but let's just listen to Edward Onsera, who's also on phone. Edward, good evening.
That won't fly.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ernest. Good evening, Edward. Kindly reduce the volume of your TV so that we can be able to communicate.
Okay.
Yes, you can speak now. All right, we seem to have lost him. Ernest has raised a very critical concern there that the issue you have with the governor over contracts, is it because personal people, personal friends or family members were unable to get this contract?
Not really, Wandera. Kakamega County is a home to everyone. And I have been on the forefront advocating for the lowly in the society. When I stood up against the oppression of the mamambogas, my mother does not sell mboga in the Sokoni. But I stood by the mamambogas to ensure that their welfare was upgraded. When I stood with the boda people in Kakamega against the oppression by the police, I was not helping them because my brother is a boda operator. So the issue of saying that I am advocating for locals to get contracts is not personal because I just want the Kakamega citizenry to benefit from the fruits of devolution.
Okay. Vista Village Mall on Twitter says, Malala is power hungry. He never cooperated with the governor, hence derailing development in Kakamega County. Do you agree this wars between the governor and the senator and some members of the county assembly have derailed development projects in the county?
No, governors have to be checked. We were not fighting a personal war with Governor Oparanya. I was checking him as my governor. I have nothing personal with Governor Oparanya. I was only performing my duties as enshrined in the Constitution. So this should not be construed to mean that I was fighting the governor in his personal capacity. And as the senator, I will still check him. I will still check whoever governor will be elected by the Kakamega County, because governors must be accountable to the people of Kakamega.
So you do not think that this has in any way derailed development in that particular county?
It hasn't. In fact, it has enhanced development. Why it's not for us, Kakamega County will not have achieved any development, because we really ensured that the monies devolved to Kakamega County are used in the right manner.
Okay. Eugene on Twitter says, apart from the Public Accounts and Investments Committee at the Senate, those summons from that particular committee, what would you do to have justice served on the people of a county over a governor who displays like Oparanya? I think he means refusing to honor summons over and over again by the Senate committee.
I would foster, or I would advocate for the review of the Constitution. The Constitution has not given the Senate clear mandate on how to handle the defiant county governors. So when I get to the Senate, I would ensure that we review the mandate of the Senate at the constitutional level.
Are you sure that you will be able to push through with this?
We have what it takes. I have what it takes, and I will lobby around with my colleagues and ensure that is because the Senate is supposed to take care of the interests of the county government. And if it's not well empowered, then the dream of devolution is not going to be achieved.
Cleo, ANC is in NASA, and we know that there's a Ford Kenya candidate, there's an ODM candidate, and we've seen ODM going around and urging its people to vote in a six-piece suit. What is the ANC's place in NASA, and do you think this is going to in any way disadvantage you?
I would term that as internal democracy. In a family of NASA, we have five parties. And as ANC, our position is we need to strengthen our party so that we can have a bargaining power come 9th August. And we are telling our people that we need to vote in ANC so that the Western region can have a voice in the negotiating platform when after elections. Yeah.
So what is in your manifesto?
I fight for the law in the society. I fight for that common mwananchi in the society. I feel very sad, Wandera, when a mamamboga who has little vegetables on his kiteo, paying 50 shillings a day, when you multiply times 30 is 1,500 shillings, times 12 months is 18,000 per month. That poor mama is paying 18,000 shillings worth of tax in a year, and yet a retail shop pays only 4,000 shillings. So I would advocate for the space of the poor people in the society. I feel very saddened, Wandera, when Tuskys supermarket, when Nakumatt supermarket is competing with Mamamboga. You'll find Tuskys supermarket nowadays selling omena. You'll find Tuskys supermarket selling githeri. So this is unfair competition. I would want to have a bill that ensures we cushion the poor people in the society, because this society is only cushioning the rich people and forgetting about the poor in the society. Second, Wandera, I would want to ensure that devolution is achieved. And I have great ideas. We need to invest in the spiritual nourishment of our country. We have forgotten God. We have forgotten the religious institutions. The government, starting from the national government and even the county government, they build schools, they build roads, they build hospitals, but they forget the church. They forget the mosques. They forget the Hindu temples. I would come up with a bill that empowers the county governments to provide a certain fraction of its revenue or of its funds to go and build churches and sponsor pastors to go to further their studies, to sponsor religious-based schools. In Kakamega, we are unable to sponsor Muslim schools because the monies that come to us are only specific to government schools. So I would want to come up with a bill that opens up to empowering churches, empowering our spiritual, spiritual nourishment.
Okay.
So it is not all about the physical development. We need to remember God.
Collins Namiti on Twitter is asking, please ask Mheshimiwa to shed more light on how he will support sports in the county.
Yeah, I have done that before. The Green Commandos, which is the Kakamega High School team, I fully sponsor it. I have done tournaments in to an extent of the winner getting 300,000 shillings, an act that has not been done before. I am a believer. I am a footballer. I play football and I love sports. My vision is not only limited to sports. We need to nurture talent. I am a script writer. I do film production. And my dream is to see Hollywood coming to Kakamega. I want to see actors emanating from the hoods of Kakamega to worldwide platforms.
Okay. Let's listen to one of the callers, Rosalyn or Rosna Buye, calling us from Kakamega. Good evening.
Good evening, Akisa. How
yes,
are you?
speak to us. I'm very fine. Yourself?
I'm great. I want to speak to our MCA, Cleopas Malala.
Yes.
And I want to thank him for the good work he did while he was the MCA for Mahiakalo. Because had it not been for Cleopas Malala, we would not have had the development that we had in Kakamega County.
Yes.
So Cleopas, we want to encourage you, keep fighting for your Luya people, keep fighting for us, and we will make sure come August 8, 6 a.m. you have gone to the Senate House. Thank you very much, and we wish you well with your campaign.
Asante sana.
All right. That one is congratulating you, wishing you all the best. Rosalyn Abuye there speaking to us from Kakamega. Thank you very much for that. So who are you supporting for the gubernatorial seat? We know there's an ODM candidate, there's an ANC candidate. Who are you supporting?
One aspect we need to appreciate is that when a governor supports a senator, and when a senator supports a governor in their bids, they will be compromised after 8th August. So my school of thought is that a governor is not supposed to finance, is not supposed to campaign for a senator, because once you are financed by a governor, or once you are supported by a governor, or once you support a governor, then you will lack the confidence to oversee that governor. Though I would be selfish enough to say that I would wish people of Kakamega to vote in a leader who can be accountable, and I think the voice of the people will speak on 8th.
What do you plan for the youth in Kakamega, especially on contracts and tenders? This is a question from Felix Nyamwea on Twitter.
I will ensure the 30% rule is implemented. This is what I've been fighting for. I will ensure that we build capacity in the youth organizations by ensuring that we train them and also ensure the governor, or rather the executive, give them tenders. And that's what I've been advocating for, Wandera. We need to empower our youth, and especially our local youth. There is no need for us to use Kakamega County to empower youth in Nyeri, because no youth in Kakamega is benefiting from the county setup in Nyeri. So I will advocate for local empowerment. At the county level, let the county residents or the county citizenry benefit from the county setup.
We have seen Jubilee make a number of trips to counties in Western Region, especially Kakamega. Do you think they've managed to make inroads to shake the support base that NASA has in Kakamega and Western Region as a whole?
And there I can assure you that is cosmetic. That is cosmetic. I think what Jubilee is trying to do is trying to cut into the NASA stronghold, but I would like to challenge them. You know, when Jubilee comes to Western Province. They come to tell us their plans, their future plans. But when Jubilee goes to Rift Valley and Central Province, they go there to launch projects. So we are reduced into an audience that always receives narratives from Jubilee because they do not come to launch tangible projects. And our people have eyes. We have eyes, we are seeing. So you don't just come to Buhungu Stadium, pay people, and they're using the NYS people to put on Jubilee T-shirts and coming to get crowds in Western and say they're penetrating Western. We
saw a substantial crowd in Buhungu Stadium the other day.
Those were policemen and NYS people putting on Jubilee T-shirts. Would policemen be wearing? Yeah, that's what Jubilee is doing down there. We have no business with Jubilee as a Western region because we've not benefited in their establishment. Our factories are dying. Mumias Sugar is on its knees. Pan paper is nowhere. What business would we have with a person who kills our economy?
Okay, let's speak to another caller before we wrap up. James Mbugwa calling from Nairobi. Good evening, James.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very fine. Yourself? I'm
good.
Yes, talk to us.
I wanted to ask the aspiring senator.
Yes.
I come from Kakamega, but I stay in Nairobi. Now, what will he do to unite the other communities that are living here in Kakamega? Because the current Senate really failed in uniting all the other communities that are living in that county.
Okay.
That's on top of the oversight role that he'll be doing to the Senate.
All right, James, thank you. What will you do to unite the people of Kakamega because the current senator has failed on that? Other tribes, specifically, he says other tribes.
Yeah, sure. Cohesion and integration is mandatory. We live in a dispensation whereby we need to appreciate other tribes. When I speak about empowering the locals, I'm not talking about the Luya local. I'm talking about the people who reside with us in Kakamega County. I'm talking about the Kikuyus. I'm talking about the Kalenjins. So long as you stay with us in Kakamega County, you are part of us. And I have been advocating for that because most of the business fraternity that hail from Kakamega town and non-Luyas. And I have been working with them well, and I will foster for cohesion and integration amongst these communities.
All right, let's take a look at a number of tweets. Just before we close, Xavier Jerry Nato says, tell Cleo I have reserved the 6 p.m. flight on the 7th of August. On the 8th at 5 a.m. SEK polling station, Cleo Ndani. Charlie Odi says, I'm impressed. Johnson Lekakiom says, voting for NASA senatorial aspirant Western Kenya. This round it's NASA. I'm sure he doesn't know that there are a number of you from NASA. Opanda Malala says, I will vote for Cleo Malala because he fights for the people and stands for the truth. Constantine Ambani says, I will vote for Seth Panyako because he has shown leadership even with the nurses. Ms. Wamalwa says the senatorial bid is real. Cleo Malala will have it. And finally, we have Willard Otalo who says Cleo Malala together with Halwale saved billions of shillings that could have been lost through ghost projects and dirty hands. Thank you very much for engaging with us tonight here on Choice 2017 Political Thursday. But remember, it does not end here. After the primetime news bulletin, my colleague Linda Oguto is already walking into set. Will just be telling us what to expect at 9 p.m. Linda, good evening.
Hi, Akisa.
Hi, how are you?
You've had a nice show, you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? I'm good.
How are you feeling a couple of days to the general election?
46.
I'm feeling confident because...
Sorry?
I'm feeling confident because I have what it takes to be the senator of Kakamega County.
Yeah. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And of course, we'll cover that in a way. Only we can, right?
Yes,
sure.
definitely.
And if you have a vote in Kakamega, come and vote for me.
She will be working. But anyway.
All right, people. Allow us to take a break. On that note, we'll be back with KTN Prime unless Akisa wants to help me host that. You want to help me?
No, thank you, Linda. No, thank you.
I thought we were friends. What happened to being friends? People, let's take that break. We'll be back in a bit.